Jeff Gordon leads. Terry Labonte, Morgan Shepherd, Todd Bodine, and Mark Martin. Around this racetrack, just behind them, look at this battle.
Now there's where 4 tires. Earnhardt come back in. This Raider had his problems. He put on 4 new tires. You see him go by Rusty Wallace with little or no problem whatsoever. He's moving in on the 11 car now, Bill Elliott.
And give a call to Dick Trickle in that skybox number 32. Trickle had one of the fastest cars in practice here. Spun in qualifying, was the fastest second-round qualifier, and now Dick Trickle's up to 9th place. A great run.
Looks like Rusty may have just a little bit of a loose problem because he's running a ladder arc in the corner now. He's not staying on the bottom of the racetrack like he was earlier.
Ricky Rudd just behind Wallace, then Michael Waltrip. Jeff and Ward Burton. Ward is on the lead lap. Jeff is 2 down. And with Earnhardt and Wallace close together, Earnhardt would only gain 13 points. He needs to gain 50 on Wallace today to clinch the championship.
Boy, oh boy. Nothing comes easy in this business. It's like I've heard Rusty say, same thing happened to him in Charlotte can happen to Earnhardt. So it's not over yet. Anything can happen in the race. It's this long.
Have you had a chance to run a driving school here on the new surface?
My dad has run several of them. You know, I'm going to go ahead and give him a plug now where I can get it out. The Buck Baker Driving School, yeah, they do it every other week here, Mike. And we're currently building a couple of super trucks to include that into our program. So I think everybody's going to love this new series.
But here's our Napa Field standing update. Napa, we keep America running. As Ricky Rudd battles Rusty Wallace and Michael Waltrip. But you've not had a chance to run on the new surface?
No, I rode around here with Frank Wilson just after they did it, and he was so proud of this surface. And I tell you what, it is wonderful. You can see what great racing you can have when you see 2 cars go through the corner here, virtually the same speed. You couldn't do that just a few years back.
David, would you say that top groove has come in?
It's coming on, and it really is. You can see Rusty right there running with him that close together. It's all got a second groove right now, and I think with 100 laps you'll see where you can go on up and even make it three wide.
Wallace, who sees through the windshield, takes a turn of the wheel, battles Ricky Rudd. This is for 9th place. There's Ward Burton in the Hardy Chevy, right in that pack. Jeff Burton and Joe Nemechek there, and Bobby Labonte locked
3 wide down the front straightaway here.
Sooner or later, it had to happen.
I think Ricky said, no, I don't think so. We'll make this 2 wide. Wow. Can you say probation? That's it right there.
You seen Rusty back off. He was smart enough to back off.
I think that was smart. The probation or no, that was smart. Halfway this time by.
I want to say something. One of the nicest people in racing is Ricky Rudd. Now, the thing that makes good race car drivers good is they have that ability to turn on a lot of emotions and really go after something. And what happened in Charlotte will probably never will ever happen in Ricky Rudd's racing career again. But just for that moment, he may have got a little mad and done something that everybody don't approve. But I guarantee you, if you watch everybody in races, you'll do it sooner or later in your racing career.
I'm the only one I reckon never did do that.
Yeah, right. Never.
Baker done it every week.
Tell Richard Petty that coming off turn 4 for the Daytona 500.
Yeah, he
knocked him all the way up in the 3rd row.
He run me in the wall.
That's your story.
Are you guys going to fight like this all next week at Phoenix? I hope not.
We might not make it through the day.
Good thing you don't have steering wheels up here. Dale Earnhardt racing Bill Elliott. They've both been to the championship table at the Waldorf before. This is for 6th place.
Earnhardt saying, man, I made a good choice on 4 tires there. That race car is really hooked up, and the sun's popping back out, as you can well see. That's going to really be an advantage to having fresher rubber on the race car. But you see Bill Elliott does not roll over and play dead even for the champion.
These cars are 6 seconds behind the race leader.
That outside groove is getting awful fast. You see Bill Elliott get a nice run off the corner there. Earnhardt's right under, and he gains a little bit here. watch the 11 car. I guess he decided, I don't need to do that. It's a little early yet. But Bill Elliott's car is running super well.
Another thing, too, but I believe that Earnhardt feels a little safer on the inside and have a car on the outside of it instead of on the inside of it, because there's so many things that can happen and just knock Earnhardt out. So he's going to stay on the inside if he can.
Well, they used to say 8 wheels corner better than 4.
That's right.
So when you're on the inside,
at least you have a cushion on the outside of it if anything happens.
It's 160-mile-an-hour cushion. We are 250 laps in, just past halfway, and we'll be right back with Winston Cup Racing Live on TNN. Jeff Gordon leads this race, and you see Harry Gant out in front of him. Gant got one of his 2 laps back just a moment ago. Harry Gant had pitted at lap 83.
What's this piece of driving? He goes down left side all the way on it.
He hit it.
What's this recovery right here? Now, you tell me this man don't have car control. Way to go, Harry.
He went all the way down on the apron. I don't believe Gordon ever saw him, and because he actually come down on him.
I don't believe he saved the car.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
you never run with Harry Gant. He's not in trouble until the wind blows his hat sideways.
But you know what a bounce that is down to the apron and then try to get back up on the racetrack and save it? Yeah. Wow. I'm impressed.
His apron just pushed right up. He's lucky he didn't take Gordon out.
You're right. Well, Jeff Gordon leads this race. Let's go to his pit. Glenn?
Well, Mike, it's been quite a weekend for Ray Evernham. Friday night, he was named crew chief of the year. They're in discussion right now about the tire situation. Ray, what have you guys found? This car is like a rocket ship out there.
Really, it's just playing a little bit with wedge adjustments and air pressure, and quite honestly, the sun going in and out. Sun's out now, we're slowing down, so we're praying for some clouds. I guess we're going to have to get with the people that control the tomahawk and play for some clouds.
Well, I hope he's got that kind of pull. Actually, I'm kind of pulling for him because I got this guy in the pool today, guys.
Well, when he says the tomahawk, that's the thing they have on the pits there, and they don't put it out until he's leading the race, and they throw that big tomahawk out there. They call them Rainbow Warriors.
Todd Bodine and Morgan Shepherd here. This is the 3rd place battle. Todd's had quite a run today.
Yeah, I hope he has some good luck, because Butch Mock and those guys worked so hard, and this guy has drove his heart out. In 2nd place at Daytona this year, got wiped out in a fray on the back straightaway. He's been in the lead several times. He was running super well in the Winston Select up there in Charlotte and got knocked out. He just had a series of bad luck.
Morgan Shepherd right behind him, back up front. Terry Labonte closes in on Jeff Gordon.
Well, you heard them say they were praying for overcast, and Terry Labonte wants it to stay sunny because he has a great race car when it's hot out there.
The sun is out right now in turns 2 and 4, and the rest of the track is cloudy.
Well, he passed him in the sunny part of the racetrack. You can see Terry Labonte go right on by.
Now, interesting, the 3 Hendrick cars have all 3 frequencies on their radio in the car. They can tune and dial in each other's frequencies, and I guess they got one frequency where they can all talk back and forth.
David did that to me in Daytona one time. He was running 2nd, and the guy was giving him a hard time that was running in 3rd, and he picked up his microphone. I didn't know he could hear me, and he told me to speed it up a little bit.
Did you?
Well, I was running wide open. I couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, we just got some new radios, and somehow or another we got on the same frequency that Buddy had. And the start of that race, I heard Buddy tell all those things about the gauges and all that. I never just say nothing. And I think it surprised him when
I bet it did.
when he found out I was on the same frequency.
David from Michigan asked who the first team was to use radios in their car.
You know, Jeff Gordon's car, they're talking about smoke. I see smoke there big time.
Uh-oh.
You know, that shows again. I wouldn't want to lead this race because every leader that's got in front has went out.
By the way, Kenny Schrader's back in the race. As Jeff Gordon slows.
I noticed that car was smoking for about 3 or 4 laps there, and all of a sudden it really looked like it come apart a little bit.
I thought I saw a little bit better going into number 1 there.
Rick Mast was leading and crashed. Jeff Bodine was leading and lost the engine. Kenny Schrader led a lot and lost a drive shaft. And now Jeff Gordon's car goes up in smoke. Let's go to his pit.
Jeff Gordon brings the 24 Chevrolet in. They're going under the hood as we suspected. There's engine problems. The engine is still running, but it doesn't sound like it's running on all 8 cylinders. They think that they're looking for an oil leak. NASCAR had come to him right before we talked to Ray Evernham, said something to him. there were reports that the car was smoking a little bit. They haven't done anything at all to the car but look right now, so they haven't fixed anything. We'll try to find out what it is and get back to you guys.
He is 7th in the point standing. And it looked to me like that smoke was coming out the left exhaust pipe.
You see NASCAR's holding him there for coming down pit road too fast, too. 15-second penalty.
When I first saw it, it looked like it smoked over right rear. No, he smoked.
Rusty's running along here right now. He's running super good, and he's kind of by himself. He needs to pick it up there. He needs to get up near the front, I feel like. Right at the moment, he's in 11th place.
I'm sure he's running as hard as he can, though, right now. But he knows that he's got to try to win this race and got to win it to win the championship. And Earnhardt's got that problem.
Ricky Rudd right behind him, and Lake Speed, who came from a provisional start up into the top 15.
Had a great run at Charlotte. Lake Speed finished 5th there all day long. He just kept inching up towards the front. Bud Moore puts together a great race car. I drove for him for a long time, and I tell you, he was a father figure to me as far as learning what I needed to do on the racetrack. We didn't stay together for a long time, but quite a nice guy. And Lake Speed's moving on from that race team, but you can bet whoever gets in that car is going to inherit a great race car.
And that's one of the big questions yet to be answered is who will drive that car next year.
Yeah. Everybody's waiting to see what happens with the 28 car. You know, we've heard rumors and this and that about who's going in the car. Of course, we all want Ernie Irvin back in the car. That's where we want it to end up. But if Ernie has to run a few races next year to get himself back physically fit to go racing, and they have to name a driver to go after the national championship, who's it going to be? I mean,
Tell you the truth, but I don't think Bud even knows right now, because, you know, I have breakfast with him a lot of times at the round table back home, and from what I understand from him, he really don't know right now.
Nothing is going to square off and settle out until it's decided who goes in that 28 car. Then those other seats will get filled.
That was a power move by Rusty Wallace. Lake Speed was on the outside, and he comes straight across the racetrack. That could have been a pretty bad accident right there.
Here comes Ricky Rudd under Lake Speed. Jeff Gordon is back on pit road. They're going to try to disconnect one of the rocker arms. He's gone to the garage area now. And get him back in the race. Terry Labonte leads. Todd Bodine has moved up to 2nd. Dale Earnhardt is 3rd. Morgan Shepherd is 4th.